Hey,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I figure we just go straight into it, man. Why wait for it? Hey, listen. Welcome into the Chicago Bulls post game show, the world's post game show. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. As always, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk
do shut the
Chicago sports weekly. We don't want y'all to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. It's the only channel that's talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man, because we're gonna keep the content coming your way. Bad loss. I would say probably one of your worst losses of the season because it's a loss where you showed no heart, no fight at the end. I thought that you were at some point gonna put your foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this: I'm not overreacting one way or the other. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Kid, what are your thoughts on what led to this loss tonight?
A team that was due for a win caught heat at the right time. We get cold at the wrong time, and that carried out. Like, listen, if you just remove your emotions from it for a second.
Yep.
If I told you that we had a 32-point quarter, or no, if I told you we had three 30-point quarters, you would say it's probably a good chance we won that game,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, we got cold in the third. That was it. That's all that
Awfully,
really happened.
awfully cold.
Awfully cold in the third. That's all that really happened.
Yeah.
And the Rockets put up two 30-point quarters, 25 and 28-point quarters. They just caught heat at the right time. That third quarter, sizzling.
Yeah.
It lingered over to the fourth, and they were rolling. Confidence was up, and they had their home crowd rocking. They were due for a win. It's unfortunate it came against us, but hey, am I going to sit here and say, oh, we suck, we're trash? No, we shot 45% from the field, 40% from three. Over 100 points. We had a good game. They were just better at the right time. They went on a run at the right time. We had two people come off injury who was in our starting lineup, and we were working them back into the lineup.
Yeah.
And guess what? One of them, Vooch, is just having a bad season so far. 14 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 26 minutes. But you can say what you want.
Y'all crap me up with that one.
Well,
Hey, you come off COVID. Be ready. I ain't ran in a week and a half, 2 weeks.
he did foul out, but I mean, hey, listen, he is shooting 35% from the field. He's not shooting well. All of those
Yeah.
things are true,
Yeah.
right? I made a joke earlier. Lonzo Ball had 11 points in the first quarter. I was like, he absolutely is going to end up with 20, right? That was a slight at him for not taking more shots.
Right.
He went away from him. Probably poor game planning, management by Billy D.
Yeah.
You know, Alex Caruso came off an ankle, really gave us a jump, put up 15 points. Zach actually shot pretty decent, 28 points. DeMar DeRozan just had an uncharacteristic game for what we're used to. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists.
Yeah.
6, whatever. Like, you know, it's not that dire to be saying, "Oh, we suck." No, it's not that dire.
Yeah.
Now the loss against the Pacers compared to this, that's a different ball game. You
I
got
don't
blown.
think so.
You were down 40 at one point.
I don't.
That's a different ball game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that this to me this is both are bad losses, right? Both are bad losses. The Pacers game, you're off the second of a back to back while just coming off of a West Coast trip. You had just beat the Knicks the night before. You lose to the Pacers in a game where the two best players on their team are your biggest weakness. I wanted the Bulls to win that. I knew it would be a close game if they did win that. I didn't like that. That's a bit. It's a loss, but it's like, all right, well, they match up perfectly where we suck at the moment because. Oh, and by the way, the one guy we were throwing in there to mix it up in the big man rotation, who's a guard, he was also hurt. So like
I also think it's fatigue.
losing the Pacers game was like, all right, you lost that game. This sucks. And I kind of not to say I saw it coming, but it's one of those where it was like once you lost Caruso, and make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all in
I
here, man.
saw it coming. You just came off a West Coast trip, came
Yeah,
back, played one of the most physical teams in the East
yeah,
against the Knicks, pull out a win there,
yeah.
double back, do on a back to back. You play the Pacers, who's
Yep.
another physical team with some big men, and you don't have any big men. So of course you lost. You're
Yeah.
tired, and then a day and a half later, you're playing the Rockets. Now, why we went from the West Coast to the East Coast back to the West Coast, I never understand.
Well,
But
we went south. Yeah, but I don't like the scheduling right now. Definitely screwed the Bulls a little bit. But here's let's be real. We took Houston lightly.
yeah,
You
we
saw, you
went
saw
south,
that
but
the Bulls took Houston lightly. You saw how they were kind of like, all right, we can get back into this. We can get back into this, and then all of a sudden they put their foot on the gas, and we can't hit a shot right now. And we want to hear from you guys as well, man. Make sure if y'all in here, man, hit that like button. We appreciate that. All the likes we get help us out on this channel. And then also, man, call into the show, 855-908-5668. The Contender phone lines are open right now. So make sure that you call into the show. Make sure you hit that button as well.
the
I'm
Rockets
not
benefit from 10 extra free throws too. We ain't gonna talk about that.
well, I think that there's a benefit there, but this is the thing, right? Jalen Green goes out of this game, you got to put your foot on in it. Like to me, like there are things in this game where I look at it where it's like uh the Bulls are coming into town and teams are looking at them and they're not looking at them like they're the Bulls of last year. They're looking at them like this is one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference.
As they should.
I'm going to play you as hard as I possibly can. And
As
the
they
Bulls
better.
aren't reciprocating that.
As they better. And let's not get something else twisted. Houston's bench is better than our bench.
Houston doesn't have a bad team.
Houston does not
Houston
have
just
a,
has a
a
young
scrub
team.
team.
Houston
They're
has a
they,
young team.
they're young. They have a coach who's still trying to figure it out
Yep.
because he just lost all his stars within the last 2 seasons or
Yep.
season, right? But looking at this bench, it's not a bad bench.
No.
And they got 8 people in double figures.
Yep.
They got 8 people in double figures. That
It's
means no matter if everyone just scored 10, that's a guaranteed 80 points.
yeah.
Everyone don't have 10.
It's one of those losses where you hate it because of the record, right? It's one of those losses where you came in, this team is 1-16. You feel like, hey, we should dominate this team. But I'll tell you what, the Bulls felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's any concern that I do have from tonight out of this loss, because honestly, to me, at the end of the day, this is one loss. You're
Just one.
12-7. If you go on a losing streak, now you got some concerns. But right now you're 12-7. I'm not tripping one way or the other. The thing that I am tripping on is we've consistently seen the Bulls go into these deep scoring droughts where they'll have 30, 30, 18. That is a problem to me because you're not going into these scoring droughts and it's not coinciding with you playing better defense. You're going into the scoring droughts when another team's able to put up 35 points. That to me, if you look at anything from this game and anything that we've seen consistently on this season, that's the biggest thing to me that you have to take away from it, because I think that that's the thing that we've consistently seen throughout most of the Bulls' losses this year, where they just have quarters where they don't play well in stretches. Let's head out to these phone lines, man. We got Shane always calling in, man. We appreciate you for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. What's going on, man?
Hey man, I'm gonna quote an old Bulls player for y'all. Jimmy Butler said this in his last year with the Chicago Bulls. If you don't come in this motherfucker pissed off that you lost, something is wrong.
Yep.
And another thing, y'all saw how Daniel House was killing, right? That's why I said his name in the comment section. He'll be a good player for our bench, and he like a 6'8" power forward. I mean, he a little bit on the small side, but he can play defense, as you can see.
Yeah. No, listen, they got great contribution. I'm sure that at the end of the day, listen, I can look at this and be like, it's a long season because we've seen the Bulls play better. We've seen the Bulls beat better.
Season, but at the same time, you got to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. What if it comes down to the end of the season and then you want home court advantage? These are the type of games you kind of look at, because these are the games that that, how do I say it?
We're
You
0.
end up knowing I could have been number one, or I could have been number two, due to the fact that if I had just won this game, hell, I'm even still pissed off about the Portland game.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If by the end of the season we're in the playoffs, we're not gonna look back at this Houston game. It's a bad loss tonight. It sucks tonight. If we're in the playoffs and we maintain kind of the position we're in.
By the way, Miami just lost to
Washington.
the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, you talk about the other
today.
night? Oh, did they lose? I thought they was playing Washington today.
I think that that was last game. They lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves today.
And look, so you're not losing ground. It's a bad loss. You could have gained some ground.
Hey, listen, by the way the chat acts like from the way the chat acts, dog, real talk, the Sixers are beating the Warriors right now.
Yeah.
Put the hell on. Like, come on. Stop the cap.
Well,
like,
this is the thing.
The one thing I don't do is I don't do stupidity.
I get the frustration tonight.
We're leading our division. We're number 3 in a freaking conference. Chill the hell out.
I get the frustration tonight. It's a bad loss. It is. You know what I'm saying? This is a loss you were supposed to win.
The number 1 team in the freaking conference is only 2 games ahead of us, and it's the freaking Brooklyn Nets. And we all thought would be the only team to stop us. Chill out.
Hey, look, but here's the thing, right?
Stupid. Don't be dumb.
No, look, you can be pissed off tonight.
Use your common sense. I hate that word.
To me, you can be pissed off tonight. Absolutely.
Dog, we lead our division. Who's in our division?
Hey, listen, it's still
who's in our division? Just walk it down for me. Who's in our division?
It's still a bad loss.
The Bucks are in our division.
That's fine. It's still a bad loss. Both things can be true. It's a bad loss.
The only thing that makes it a bad loss is because the other team had a 1-16 record.
Yes, that's a bad loss.
But again, no one's sitting there really taking into consideration that they actually have a decent team. They're just really young and don't know how to string it together. They start 2 rookies.
I agree with that, but listen, I both things can be true. It can be a bad loss, and you cannot freak out about it. This is a bad loss. These are games you're supposed to win, and we want to hear from you guys as well, man. Call into the show, 855-908-5668. The Contender phone lines are open. This is a bad loss. It is. You're 12-7. You should be right on par with Brooklyn Nets, right on their heels at 13-6. You should. But it's one game in the spectrum of it. I'm not going to freak out about one game. I'm not. Listen, and guess what?
When did Minnesota become a bad team?
If we go into Orlando, I don't know about Minnesota being a bad team, are they? What's their record right now? They might be.
They're ahead of the Lakers. They're 9-9. They're 500.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're not ahead of the Lakers. Lakers are 10-10.
They are ahead of the Lakers. The Lakers are 9th in the conference.
I'm looking at the overall. Even so, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. I want the players to be more pissed off about this loss. I'm fine with that. But you know what they're going to look at? Hey, look, we shouldn't have lost that game tonight. Let's go into Orlando and dominate that. Because if you get so caught up in one game, that's how you get something that snowballs into something bigger.
We lose to Orlando. Now I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm concerned. Why would I be concerned? Who in Orlando should really give us a problem? The most skilled positions are positions that we have star talent at.
Yeah, nobody.
Right? I knew the Rockets were going to give us a hard time. Why? Christian Wood is a beast. What do you expect? We know we have deficits at certain positions. We know our bench is a little light. We know we have 2 people coming back off of injury, COVID, whatever the case is. Yeah. You expect some hiccups.
Christian Wood really didn't do nothing to you, though.
His presence alone just makes it concerning.
It's about how deep it went. Christian Wood really didn't do much to you.
His presence is concerning. That's all it is. His presence, the fact that he gets second chance shots, and the fact that, hey, they are rotating that ball. They're figuring it out. 8 people scored double digits.
10 boards, 2 blocks. That's the problem. 10 boards, 2 blocks. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping on Christian Wood. Like, Christian Wood really didn't do this team. They played a team game and they won.
They played a team game and won.
It's your 7th loss. It's your 7th loss of the season. It sucks tonight. And I think that there's some things that you need to look at tonight. But to me, the only thing that like I said, the thing that I look at most is the fact that you went 32, 32, 18, 31. And at no point in here did I see good defense. At no point in here did I see that, oh my goodness, maybe in the first quarter, they had a lot of steals in that first quarter, but at no point did I see, oh my goodness, this is a wild game that the Bulls have clamped up. And here's the thing that I will say about this too. For everybody that's saying you got to win these games, these are the games you're supposed to win, these are the games you come away with. What about the games we wasn't supposed to win? We wasn't supposed to beat Brooklyn. Wasn't supposed to beat both LA teams in the Staples Center to the point they changed their name. I'm standing by that.
When you have a team with balanced scoring, you're 9 times out of 10, you're either going to be very competitive, which they were, or you're going to win. Right now, you don't even got to go far. If you're a sports fan, this should be something that you can easily pull up. Philly has 4 people in double digits against the Warriors and 1 person creeping up, and they're winning by 16. Now, it's still the Warriors, still the first half, but what does that tell you? When you play a team game and everyone's rotating that pill, it's very hard to defend in a league where most people can still shoot and stuff like that. That's exactly what you saw. We saw some people who we don't even know. If we take a caller right now, I tell you, name the 8 people that scored double digits. I bet you they stop at the 3. Come on now.
Rockets,
it's cool to be a fan. It's cool to be outraged. It's cool to be upset. But guess what? This ain't the Bears. Chill.
I'm fine. I'm fine with you being mad tonight. I don't like the grandiose statements of the season. That's the part that irritates me. It's like bad loss tonight. Bad loss. MJ had bad losses. Kobe had bad losses. Brian has had many bad losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we're going to be okay. Let's go back out to these phone lines, man. Heading out to the 980. This is Debo.
Hey, Philly is getting busy.
Up,
right
Debo?
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on with you, man?
What's up, fellas?
How you feeling?
What's good?
Hey, I ended up getting on a little late. I didn't really get on until like the fourth quarter, man.
It's all good,
I missed a lot. But you know, what the Bull fans have to understand, man, we haven't played 20 games yet. And we sucked for the past couple of seasons, man. This team is still new. This team has not played together long. Yeah. I know we surprised a lot of people, but Billy them still trying to figure out stuff. You know, I looked at the stats. I didn't like the fact that Kobe White, and I'm not trying to dog Kobe, but I don't like the fact that he got so many more minutes than Derrick Jones Jr. I think Derrick Jones Jr. has proven that on the defensive side, he gives us a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he got in foul trouble or not because, like I said, I got on late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He did not get in foul trouble.
But, okay, so I'm not understanding. I know Billy don't want to get Kobe back acclimated and everything, man. Yeah. But, you know, Derrick Jones Jr. been putting out for us. And I kind of hate to see that his minutes were so low, you know, and I don't know. It's a loss, but we ain't played 20 games, man. I'm here for it. I'm just happy that my team is going in the right direction. Folks got to stop acting like we're a superpower every year. We just came out of the dumpster fire, man. And give the guys, give the, you know, Acme, Billy D. They've already shown they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're gonna, you know, our fans are gonna eventually start running people off, man, and making it to the point where people ain't gonna want to come here. Like they want to trade Vooch, they want to trade P. Will, they want to. I mean, come on, man. What? I don't know what to say about our fans sometimes, man. But you know, it's a bad loss, but it's a loss. We ain't played 20 games, so that's all I got to say, man. And you guys keep holding it down. I gotta hurry and catch my shower so I can get some sleep. And I guess it is what it is. By tomorrow, we'll trade Zach LaVine.
Oh yeah, gotta get rid of him. He's
oh yeah, we'll be burning jerseys. You know,
he'll be out of here. We burning jerseys, man. Call in there, Debo.
Appreciate you, Debo.
And listen, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed off that the Bulls lost to the 1-16 team, but I also can keep it in perspective. You know what I'm saying? I also can keep it in perspective. I can look at this and be like, all right, that's loss number 7. If we keep losing, if we go on a little losing streak, it sucks. Now you got some concerns, but right now my biggest concern is that you didn't play well enough on the defensive end to get the job done versus one of the worst teams in the NBA, record-wise. That's the biggest thing to me. Like, it's not even this will wake the Bulls up. This is something that's gonna wake them up. This is like it to me. It's the biggest thing that I'm seeing is when the Bulls lose, there's usually a quarter where the Bulls can't score, and defensively they play weak.
Right now, if we just take this and multiply it by 4,
Mm-hmm.
Bulls will still be 48-28 with 4 more games left to play in the season. Or 6 games, whatever the case is. Still potential to be a 50-win team, all that stuff. And our schedule gets easier a little later. Our schedule lightens up a little later. So guess what? We can absolutely still be as dominant as a team. You know what? You know why those people get paid the big bucks, Billy D, Acme, and stuff like that? Because they don't overreact to every single thing. That's a skill, not to overreact to every single thing.
This is the biggest thing, right? This is my favorite thing about doing this. And hit that like button, y'all, because I see 70, 80 y'all just sitting in here salty. Hit that like button for me so that we can get the love on there. And we're finna go back to the phones in a minute. I see a couple people on hold right here. So we're gonna get back to the phones in a minute. The thing to me is, like, y'all really think real basketball is 2K? Y'all really think that real life NBA talent, y'all think that playing at Export is 2K? Whatever level of basketball it is, I swear to God, it's not 2K. Whatever your highest level of basketball is, I swear to God, it's not 2K. You can't lose somebody for 5 games, just throw them back in the mix and be like, yeah, that should work. It's going to throw something off.
I don't know why Kobe White got as many minutes tonight.
I don't know why. And listen, and that's the other thing, right? We're at the beginning of the season. We're talking about, you're not just adding Vooch back into the mix. You're trying to figure out what the heck is Kobe White going to be. You're trying to figure that out off of your bench and the reason why, and I don't like Kobe getting as many minutes, but when you get down like you did in that third quarter, now I need somebody to score. Derrick Jones Jr.
I want Ayo back in the game to give me that spark, because that's what was doing it in the first place. To be honest with you, I want those minutes split between. I hear what he's saying. Derrick Jones Jr. was giving me a spark. Alex Caruso, let's be honest, is the one that really gave us that spark.
Yeah.
Letting Zoe run that, like if you want to complain about some things, there's some things we can complain about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We can complain about Vooch shooting as poorly as he is. Now, do we trade him? No, you foolish. It's top 10 at his position in the league. He is top 10 at his position in the league. Yeah. You don't trade that. We ain't had another big. We've never had a big man of his caliber.
Yeah. Joakim was a defender.
Name one.
Joakim was a defender.
Elton Brand?
Well, I'm not gonna say we've never had one.
Elton Brand, you know, I have to look. Elton Brand is the president of operations for Philly right now.
Horace Grant is nice offensively and defensively.
Paul Gasol, no. Paul Gasol, when he got to this Bulls team, was not playing the same. His better days were behind.
Powell was still, check them numbers. Powell was still balling.
Yeah, he was 18 and 10. He was 18 and 10.
I ain't gonna lie, Powell was still balling. No, let's go back out to these phone lines, man. We heading out to the 910.
I looked at Paul,
man. How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, brothers? How y'all doing?
Hey, man. Hey, tough loss tonight. Loss tonight.
Yeah, it is, man. But, you know, one thing I'm noticing about the team is in the beginning of the games, man, they don't come out with that enthusiasm. They need to have more enthusiasm, more just off to, you know, wanting to play, wanting to, you know, get down and dirty. They don't have that. It's like they just wait around.
Yeah.
Then you get the isolation by DeMar and Zach. I see people under the rim and they're not passing the ball.
Yeah.
There's no ball movement. You know, we can't win like that. I mean, this is the NBA, man. Look at what Golden State doing. They moving that ball, man. They, you know, wheeling and dealing. You know, I mean, the Bulls aren't doing that, man. It's too much ISO.
I think that
That's about all I got to say.
I appreciate you calling in, my guy. Don't be a stranger over here, as always, man. We appreciate the love. This is the thing, right? Like, it's about building something consistently. The Bulls have been a little bit up and down, but throughout the season, we've seen them move in the right direction, a direction that we didn't think we was gonna be in. Top 3 in the East this early. We would talk about finishing top 5. Now, Kid did say we would finish top 3, but I don't know if he thought we'd be top 3 by the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just went through one of the toughest stretches on the road, and we came out of that stretch with 12 wins. I understand the frustration tonight. I really do. This is a bad loss. But to me, I look at this game and I look at this team and I say we are 12-7 now, heading into one of the easier stretches of our schedule. You do got a couple of tough teams sprinkled in there here and there, but heading into one of the easier teams in our schedule. And I see you, Torian, talking about that's a G League team. We lost to a G League team would get beat by 400 versus that Houston squad.
How about this? Put half that squad on any rec league right now. I guarantee you. It's
like it's one of those that, like, yes, this is a bad loss, but it's a bad loss for the night. We got Orlando in the next game, and to me, I'm looking at it as, okay, if we can figure it out. Like, that's the other thing. Like, there's a lot of pieces you're trying to add in that if it works, this will be, if not the best, a top 2 team in the NBA based on what we've seen from this team. And I know it's tough to say on a bad night, but imagine if Kobe White can start scoring off the bench.
To be honest,
imagine if Vooch gets back to his regular form. Like Debo said, we haven't played 20 games yet, y'all. I get that y'all want to live and die by every single game, but that's not how real NBA works.
You know the funny thing is? You know who we're built like our team? You know what our team is structured like if we have to have a West Coast equivalent, but we're better at just one key position? We're built like Portland. Think about it. We're built like Portland. The only difference is our second or third, however you want to say it, our DeMar is better than McCollum. But we're built like Portland.
Yeah.
Portland in the East would dominate.
I would say that. It's not a bad comparison. We can't beat them apparently, but it's not a bad comparison.
Portland in the East would dominate.
Let's go back. Let's go back out to these phones. I like this one right here. What's this comment? Quasi. He says, "Good teams win games they are supposed to. That is just a fact." So Golden State's never lost.
Golden State is losing right now. Without Joel Embiid,
Philly's never lost to a bad team. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. The overreaction every single game. I get the live and die by every game. But listen, I'm gonna be real with you. The NBA
getting beat by a dub right now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, that's funny. Hey, Steph Curry has 17, while Steph Curry has 9.
Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll make a little difference. Let's clean up some of these phone calls, man. I love the overreaction nights. This is my favorite nights of the year. It's just like, trade everybody. I can't believe it. You're not feeling it. I'll tell you what, even off of a dub, Houston fans are still sitting there like, oh, snap, we might have just lost our franchise player. Why didn't he come back? Let's go out to the phones, man. Going out to the 563. What's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? This is James again.
What's going on,
James? This is one of those losses where, okay, like, you're frustrated, but in the back of your mind, you have to be like, okay, look, Rome wasn't built in one day. You're going to take hits. I just think us Bulls fans that we want this team to be really, really good, man. We want this team to be the upper echelon of teams in the league, and we want to win every game. We're selfish. I mean, Bulls fans, we're spoiled. We're absolutely spoiled, and we know why we're spoiled, because of what happened back in the day, okay? Yep. So So you gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm not, I'm gonna give Vooch a pass because, like I said, this first game back from COVID. All right, I'm gonna wait till like game 5, game 6, then we'll talk. Kobe right now, it's a little bit of a concern. I'm gonna wait till this like his third game back. I'm gonna wait till like game 10 whatsoever to see where we're at.
Yeah.
But like the last caller said, the one thing I'm kind of noticing too is that in the preseason, in the earlier games, we were moving the ball a lot. Everyone was touching the ball. Now, when things get hectic and things get rough, it's either Zach or DeMar. I believe when it comes down to nut cutting time, Lonzo should have the ball. Lonzo should be in control of everything. Okay, he's the point guard for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, have him calm everybody down and then go from there. Because if we go your turn, my turn, yeah, it's gonna win some games, but it's not gonna help us reach that ultimate goal that we all want to get to. So frustrated. I'm a little pissed, but
yeah,
hey, you gotta take the good with the bad, and then let's just move on to Orlando.
Absolutely. Great call, my boy. Great call, James. Stay in tune with us, man. We appreciate the love, my boy.
Will do.
Stay safe out there. The thing that I look at, that I think that Bulls fans need to look at with this team is, this is probably not the final product that we'll see at the end of the year. I'm sure AK is going to make some moves. I'm sure he's going to add some things in. We do have to understand that 20 games have not been passed. Over 100 in the chat. Shout out to y'all for pulling up with us. We have not passed 20 games. And two things can be true. And I love the point that he made about Lonzo Ball. I would like to see Lonzo with the ball in his hands more in those crunch time moments, because I think it allows the offense to work. But at the same time, that's also modern basketball. Like, you have to mix in Lonzo with the modern NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like, who's got the ball in their hand in crunch time for Philly? If anybody besides Joel Embiid got the ball in their hand, you'd say there's an issue there. Who's got the ball in their hand? It's Kevin Durant. Like, there's not a lot of ball movement, and I'm not even saying you have that right now, but we've seen that this season, and nobody had a problem with it when DeMar was putting up 35, knocking it in. I'm not asking y'all not to be fans. I'm asking y'all to
be realistic.
Be realistic. I'm asking y'all to stand on what we've said all season.
I'd say this as well. The key thing that you said is that we're not done shaping this team yet.
Yeah.
We still have some moves that can be made. There's still some signings that we could still make. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I don't, maybe we do put ourselves in a position where we move Vooch. Maybe we do. Maybe he does get packaged. Maybe he does, right? But all in all, I will say this is the first time we've ever been in a situation where we have 4 people. We now have 4 people who can give us consistent double-digit scoring and decent production.
Yeah.
First time in a long time. Relish in it.
It's a difference when we have the lead and he's doing that but crunch time, nah. We saw him do it in crunch time.
We saw who do it in crunch time.
DeMar.
Yeah. No, DeMar's been cooking.
We've seen him do it in crunch time. We've seen Zach LaVine do it in crunch time. It's Zach TV. What do you think that Zach TV statement is? It's Zach LaVine going one-on-one, dominating the man in front of him in crunch time. Step back 3, jay it in your face in crunch time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be realistic. Like, I love the idea of having Lonzo have the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter to settle things down. But if we're being realistic, the players we have are 2 professional scorers. You don't take the ball out of their hands. I think in situations like tonight, I would have liked to see Lonzo set it up more because of how he was scoring. I think if he was able to penetrate a little bit more, you'd be able to kick it out to Zach, kick it out to DeMar, and they would be able to do what they do. But let's be real. When Zach gets the ball, He's going to take a second, survey what's happening unless he's wide open for three. Lonzo's not that guy that if he drives into the paint, everybody's collapsing in on him.
Their bench outscored our bench. Bottom line. And if we were going to keep it a buck, most people can't even name our bench rotation.
It's
What
changed
is it?
a lot. It's
It's
changed
changed a whole lot.
It's changed a lot.
It changes
You know
almost
why?
every game.
Hey, look, you know why? Because they haven't performed. If Billy's gone 2 games with the same bench rotation, you haven't gotten the same results.
Our bench is real light.
Yeah.
And so you can't complain when one of our stars has a bad game, because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then our bench doesn't perform. Their bench went off. From 3, their bench was nearly 50%.
Yep.
What do you expect? We're sitting there talking about, Kobe White hit a 3. There's somebody on their bench that hit 3. It's somebody on their bench. Hey, Matthews was just jacking that thing up. I don't know what the heck that dude was on. I don't know who the sitting ghoul dude is.
But here's the thing, right? We don't know what our bench rotation is yet. I'd rather figure that out now. I'd rather go through all of these rotations now so that by the end of the year, because at a minimum, you do have to see if Kobe can give you anything before you get rid of him.
No, you don't.
You do.
Why?
Because you need to know if he's going to be productive on his team.
I don't need to know that.
You don't need to know that. Billy Donovan.
I know he's not.
That's why Billy Donovan has that job, and you're not a basketball coach.
If I was Billy D, guess what? We'd had the same record, but Kobe wouldn't have touched the floor because Ayo would have had his minutes.
Ayo still played 17 minutes. What you gonna get?
Ayo would
38
have
minutes?
had more minutes on.
They were on the court together. How you gonna get? He played 3 more minutes. How many
No,
more?
Ayo, he had some minutes by himself. He wouldn't have had the minutes by himself. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like to me, a good basketball coach sees what he has on his team. A good basketball coach, like Billy did last year, can Lowry play? By the end of that season, we could not say Larry Markkinen didn't get an opportunity to be the best power forward he could be.
Okay, let me ask you this. You don't think Kobe White has had the opportunity to be the best shooting guard he can be?
Kobe White's coming off an injury. And Kobe White hasn't played shooting guard.
That's not the
Kobe
question.
White hasn't played shooting guard.
Do you think so? He hasn't played shooting guard.
He hasn't played shooting guard.
Okay.
This is the first season where he's coming in playing shooting guard. You want to see if he can do it. I'm not saying he can or not. But what I do like to see is
that statement right there. We got enough guards. I don't need to see what my guards can do. We don't need guards.
No, here's the thing though. You're not thinking strategically about it.
I'm thinking very strategically. I don't need another guard.
Let me tell you right now. What you trading Kobe for? Everybody in the chat. What are you trading Kobe for? If you're gonna trade him, what are you trading him for?
Here's the thing.
What are you packaging him for?
Oh, you want me to honestly answer that question?
What are you trading him for? He brings you no value.
I'm trading him for a big of no value that can actually give me something.
You won't get one back.
Says who? Who died and made you a GM?
You know why you won't get one back?
Let me know how I'm not gonna get one back. You don't know that. You absolutely don't know that. There's no way in the world you can actually sit there and make that statement and to make it sound factual. You're just talking out the side of your neck at this point.
You gonna let me talk?
Go ahead.
I'll tell you exactly why you won't get one back. Because at least if you tall. Kobe White brings you nothing. At least if you tall, Tony Bradley ain't great, but he's 7 feet tall. He can put his arms up.
You know what team needs some potential scoring in guards right now? Oh. Denver.
Is Kobe White potential scoring right now?
Oh, listen, he could potentially score for them, just not in a Bulls jersey.
He's not potentially scoring though. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
And by the way,
I
was waiting for this comment. Go for Bobo. Shut up. Stop that. Y'all gotta stop with that.
Situations matter.
I watched Bobo last night. That mug is a goof.
Hey, I don't know what the Bobo thing is. I like Bobo taco fall. I don't get it.
Bobo went to do a behind the back move. The ball got turned over. He chased my man halfway down the court and then watched him do a 360 dunk and on the way to blow them out. Keep Bobo right where he at. Keep Bobo right where he at. You wouldn't get Taco Falls right now for Kobe White.
Who is Who is Taco Fall?
You wouldn't get Taco Falls right now for Kobe.
Where is he at?
He in Boston. He they victory cigar.
We might get him.
No, you won't.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We might get him because they ain't never using him. They ain't never using him.
No, listen, they're not. But the thing is, like, it's just one of those, like, I don't need. I got a useless piece right now. Why would I trade a useless piece for a useless piece? Right now, Kobe's a useless piece.
Depends on
He
what you
is.
package.
I hate to say it.
He's in.
Oh, my bad.
Cleveland
Taco
right
in
now.
Cleveland. He's right.
Oh, that's
Taco.
even worse.
Yeah, he's right. That's right.
Hey, Cleveland is actually 50% too.
But that's what this is what I'm saying. Like we talk about the NBA is not 2K.
I don't know, dog. I think you should go to the simulator and see if it works.
You know what I'm saying? The NBA is not 2K.
Now, here's the thing. I will say this because there's a
in and be like, no, that would be a perfect piece here. That would fit perfectly here. It's gonna take, even if you make moves at the deadline, it's gonna take time to work some of these dudes in.
It's a bunch of people in this chat that absolutely said, "Oh no, Kobe's gonna be a good scorer, this, that, and the other." That's now agreeing with you. Say he's of no value. You can't have both. Pat's been very consistent. Pat's been very consistent with this. Some of y'all haven't. Some of y'all have actually ranted and raved that Kobe White should absolutely be on here. He deserves it. He's valuable and stuff like that. So that's why I say package him. If we're gonna trade somebody, that's why. Let's not be stupid about that.
What year is he in? Is this his last year, his rookie deal?
I think it's his third year.
Or is this his third? So you can't even get him where you can't even package him on a hey, his money coming off the books. Let's go out to the phones, man. We got Ricky Fontaine on the line, bro. Ricky!
Bro.
What up, man? Bad loss. What's going on with you, though?
That's all it is to it. Look, at the end of the day, this what happened. They got hot in the third. They got really hot. They hit 10 threes. Like, what we gonna do?
Defend them.
Like,
you can defend them.
The thing is, everybody mad at who we lost to. They're not mad that we lost. They mad at who we lost to.
Who we lost to, yeah.
People was losing to the Thunder early in the year. Now the Thunder have picked up track, so we don't look as crazy as losing to the Thunder. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who knows, man? Maybe they can win, whatever, and all that. And also tonight, if you look, it was upset city. Washington lost to the Pelicans. Like,
ooh.
So you know what I'm saying?
That's the loss I had. I mixed up Miami and the Pelicans on that one. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, Miami lost to Minnesota. Washington lost to the Pelicans. We lost to Houston. People just want to go home and eat their Thanksgiving turkey. That's all I was saying.
Thanksgiving night. You know what I'm saying? A little Thanksgiving. They a little salty. They on the road right now on a Thanksgiving evening.
All I can say is this. About the Kobe White thing, if anybody is on the chopping block, it is him. And that's for one. And the one reason I say that is because he's not an Arturis draft pick.
Yes, facts.
And if you look, everybody that we got on the court, if they not scoring, they do other things.
Yeah.
So Kobe only thing is he's useless if he's not scoring because he's not playing defense, he's not rebounding, he's not facilitating, he's not doing none of the above. And when you look at the fouls he get, it just looks like he can't guard nobody. He's just always in the wrong position.
That's facts.
So it's just bad because no matter what, like when Ayo get called for a foul, he's in position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it just don't look good for him. It don't look good for him, and I wouldn't be surprised if deadline like he's packaged up with something. And I don't know why people think that Vooch is going to be packaged up with something because if Vooch ain't scoring, he's still rebounding, he's still facilitating, he's still spreading court. You have to respect him. And it also would be bad for business with a team that been known as having a bad front office to trade somebody that they just traded already. Like the question is like, who are we be trying to trade Vooch for? It wouldn't be too much of the upgrade other than they're more consistent in how Vooch is playing right now.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the call as always, man. You make good points.
Appreciate you
make good points, man. Stay safe out there, my boy.
Stay safe, Ricky.
The thing is right now, you know what I'm saying? When you sometimes when you underestimate a team that's down bad and you kind of like corner them off, they end up doing what they do. Yeah, I'm saying now that's an interesting take right there. And Nathaniel Reed said draft Kofi Coburn from Illinois. Only if he take the last 2 letters off his first part of his last name. Anyway, but no, to me, like I look at like the biggest thing to take away from dog. Who said that? Somebody did say that. Say he said, Kobe White reminds me of a bigger version of Ben Gordon. He can score, but if he's not doing anything else, he is going to have problems. Fam,
Nah.
hey, listen. I'm not a Ben Gordon guy. I think that Ben Gordon was very up and down in his Bulls tenure. I think that Ben could give you 30 and then give you 10, but Ben Gordon could give you 30.
Hey, listen. Ben Gordon had a nice
he was gonna
streak.
give you 10, but he got to give you 30.
I'm gonna give you. Hey, listen. Ben Gordon had such a hot streak for one good part of a season. He had a billboard right off of the Dan Ryan that said Jordan who.
Ooh.
They gave that man a billboard that said Jordan who. That's how hot he was getting. That man was cooking.
Yeah, no. And listen, I'm not a Ben Gordon. I'm one of those people that must love Ben Gordon, but I be like, listen, like Ben was cool, but there's a reason we didn't want him on the team with Derrick Rose, dog. Like,
hey, Ben Gordon hype was almost as like Ben Gordon. The only reason why we don't remember him the same is because Instagram and social media just hadn't taken off yet. Like Ben Gordon had a bigger wave than the whole insanity thing, and it was real.
No, but Ben Gordon's was real though. Ben Gordon was 6th man of the year rookie year. Ben Gordon's was real. Like I give him credit for that. Like he could put up 30, but he was gonna give you 10 a night or two later. But he was absolutely gonna give you 30. Like that's the difference. Kobe gonna give you 3, but he ain't giving you 30 the other night. Hey. I could almost make a case for you off the bench if you was doing that. But again,
with the same amount of minutes, Ben Gordon was averaging about 21 points a game consistently.
Yes, it's a Chris Middleton 21.
Why is you hate Chris Middleton?
It's a Chris Middleton 21. Listen, I don't hate him.
Chris Middleton's 21 is still very consistent. What are we talking about?
I don't hate him. It's just a little up and down for me. You know what I'm saying? Chris Middleton like a like a stripper in Vegas, a little up and down.
Wow. You gotta relax.
No, let's look ahead at this Orlando game, y'all, because if y'all spend too much time on this, I'm scared some of y'all might never mind. I ain't even gonna make that.
It's suicide watch for some people. What is going on?
You know what I'm saying, dog? That was the joke I was gonna make. That's what I said.
Oh, dang, my bad.
I was gonna leave it alone. No, let's look ahead at this Orlando game, man. Listen, it's a game where coming off of this, hopefully this is the game that I thought this was going to be for you. You play Orlando, what is that, Friday at 6 p.m. So we'll be live for that as well. Man, that's an early game. I'm with it. I can drink after that too. Let's get it. Zach LaVine basically going up against Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba, top player for them right now, one of their key players. He's averaging 10, 9, and 2 blocks a game for them right now. And then you also got Wendell Carter Jr. on their side, who's not having I'll tell you this. You lose to the 4-15 Magic after you lose to the 1-16 1-16 Rockets. Now we gotta have a conversation.
Hey, but if you asked me a real good question. You said, who would you package him for? I've been consistent with this. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I keep saying RJ Hampton got slept on. 6'6", good wingspan. You can flex him at the shooting guard, point guard, shooting guard, and small forward, depending on who you playing.
Why would they give you RJ Hampton?
Because they're not using him and they got too many freaking guards.
So why would they bring in another one to get rid of RJ Hampton?
Dog, I would give up a pick for RJ. I really would.
You ain't got nothing to give up. That's the problem.
We do have one to give up. We have exactly one to give up. I looked it up before.
Give up? You can only give up 2 drafts ahead. We don't have a first for the next 2, right?
Dog, it's not. Oh, he's not worth a first round because he hasn't really touched the floor. But I give him a second.
A second round pick you can buy.
I give him a second.
I give him a second for him. Man, whatever. Like to me, I'm just looking up. I'm looking at where's Hamp play? What does he got? Hey, nah, bro, he playing. I don't know, dog.
Dog, they got so many freaking
He
guards on that
playing
team.
though. He getting ticked. He just played 22 minutes and put up a whopping 0 points.
Hey, listen.
31 minutes,
Situation.
14 points, 8 rebounds, 5.
Situation.
Man, you trying to go? You giving up a second for Kyle Kuzma? I'll take that.
Dog, they got Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz,
Nah,
RJ
he
Hampton.
absolutely getting minutes though, my boy.
Dog, they got Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony,
Yeah.
RJ Hampton, Markelle Fultz. They have too many freaking guards. And guess what? I would grab any one of them over Kobe White.
Yeah.
I really would. You can't even argue it, except for Suggs. Suggs is having a hard time right now.
I mean,
Suggs can stay.
you're trading out one for, you're trading out a project for a project.
No, I'm trading out a project for Cole Anthony alone had more composure than Kobe White did. We saw the matchup.
You're not getting Cole Anthony.
No, I'm just saying though, like when you say project for project, no, there's a difference between how those other guards look on the floor.
You said Kobe for RJ Hampton.
RJ looks a lot better on the floor than Kobe. He just does. He knows where to be. He can defend.
I mean, I'm looking at his stuff right now. It's not like he's not playing. He's playing minutes. 20.6, 8, 7, 12, 0, 3, 11, 3, 12, 11, 8, 9. Like, okay. I'm fine with getting rid of Kobe White, but like realistically, like if I'm Orlando,
this was a side note conversation. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, I mean, I'm expecting us to actually have some trouble with this lineup.
Really?
Yep. I'm expecting us to have some trouble. Vooch doesn't look 100% healthy. He's still working his way back. If you looked at, like Houston did a good job. They collapsed on those boards around.
Now he's not 100% healthy.
He doesn't look 100% healthy. I've been with you all day.
Hey man, first game back off COVID. That don't matter. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Now, here's the thing. With the shots, what I mean by that is he doesn't look healthy to be battling down there for boards. But he's had a lot of open shots. He had some opportunities.
Yeah, he got opportunity.
So I mean, at the end of the day, he struggles against. Oh, that's actually a good comment. So where I was going with it. He does struggle against teams that have length because he's not freakishly athletic. He's not jumping out the gym. He doesn't jump really high at all. He
doesn't jump at all, basically.
Yeah. So it's like he's not really bullying down there, but he still gets his boards, and I appreciate it. I really do. I really do appreciate it.
It's you lose the value of how important he is when you don't see him putting up the 22 points a game. And that I get. When you're looking at it, you saw Vooch last year, Vooch scoring a lot. Vooch was putting up big numbers for us last year.
Yeah, he loses value when he takes 20 shots and he's not putting up 22 points a game. He took like 15 shots.
But absolutely. But
at one point he led the team in field goal attempts.
But those 15 shots, even though Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan weren't knocking down their shots at the bucket as what Zach kind of did towards the end, those 15 shots, what you don't realize is the fact that Vooch is willing to take those shots, the fact that Vooch has the ability to take those shots opens up so much. Like you saw Lonzo Ball drive to the bucket. I ain't seen Lonzo Ball drive to the bucket since Vooch been out. Lonzo been pulling it and stopping at the mid-range because Tony Bradley's just standing in the paint because that's all Tony can do for you. Like he's taking 16 shots, I get it, and I would love for him to go 10 for 16 at a minimum next time, just up that 4 shots for me. But he's taking those shots so that it just pulls guys out of the paint. And it's an advantage when you have Javonte Green, when you don't have that second power forward. Or when you don't have that power forward. You lost a 6'11 player in Patrick Williams this season, so you gotta find a way to supplement that.
Because we don't really have a 4 or another big man to pair with Vooch, he's going to have problems with Orlando's big men. Young,
you saw
long,
it immediately.
athletic.
You saw it immediately when P. Will went out.
Yeah.
It was
Young,
like, oh, Vooch is getting a lot of help there when P. Will is boxing people out and keeping people off of the board so that he can grab that thing.
young, long, athletic. Just because they're not one of the better teams doesn't mean that this matchup won't be a headache.
Yeah.
And so guess what? That's the one thing we have to shore up. That's the thing that team should expose. And if you're a coach worth your salt, you're going to expose it. So listen, if we take an L against them, I'm not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be surprised. Do I expect my guards to outperform theirs? Yes, I expect that. Do I think their big men are going to get more busy than mine? Yes.
Yeah. I would be surprised. Because to me, that's a game where neither big man is an offensive juggernaut. You know,
No.
we just came off of 2 games where Christian Wood can absolutely score the ball. He didn't do nothing crazy tonight. 16 points, 10 boards, nice double. But you know, he didn't, oh my God, outperform Vooch. But you came off of that game, and you also came off of a game with Sabonis and Miles Turner, who those two both can fill up the stat sheets for you. You know what I'm saying? Before Red, what the world? Oh, I get it. That's funny. I'll give you that. He talked about Kofi. That's actually funny.
What is this, charades? What the heck are we talking about here? No.
I should be concerned that I got it so quickly. But, to me, I would be surprised by a loss if they got to that next game, because to me that tells me that Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Lonzo Ball aren't responding. Because at a minimum, there's nobody on their team that should be able to hold Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. And it's not like you're going to get 20 from Wendell and you're going to get 20 from Mo Bamba. Like, you should absolutely be able to torch this team.
Well, you might get 20 from Mo Bamba. I said Obama. Mo Bamba. And you might get a double-double from Wendell.
You might get a double-double from Wendell, but I think it'll be a double-double like he has, 14 and 10.
Let's look at their last game.
I don't think Mo Bamba's giving you 20.
Let's look at their last game. They played the Hornets, who are 12-8. We're 12-7.
Hold up, though. Wendell got a poster on somebody.
Oh, Wendell does have a poster on somebody.
Wendell got a who he get? He got Cody Martin. He got a nasty. I'm talking about he rose up on my man.
Hey, the reality of it is their last game, the Magic, right? They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in double digits.
Mm-hmm.
They played a team game, just absolutely rotated the field. So it's possible. It's possible. And their big man core, slightly better than ours. I hate to say it, but Wendell Carter, when he actually applies himself, don't look like the same Wendell Carter like he was on the Bulls.
Still, that kind of. 32 minutes, 14 and 11, kind of.
Hey, listen, 14-11, when you don't have a big man that can stay with him right now. Well, who can stay with him right now?
Vooch would be guarding Mo Bamba.
So who's going to stay with Wendell if Wendell decides to get aggressive? That's foul trouble for whoever's going to do it.
You seen aggressive Wendell?
I've seen it one time, and it was like, oh, God, why? Where was that? And then we traded him, or whatever happened.
And then we traded him.
It's like I actually kind of liked him, but then he was gone. It's like,
he says Gary remember Gary Harris can play defense. Gary Harris can probably lock up either Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. I don't believe it. Lock up? I don't believe it.
Hey, buddy, is kind of nice though. I ain't gonna lie.
Gary Harris is nice. I'm not taking anything.
Kind of nice.
But I don't think he can lock up Zach.
He not cold, but he nice.
Wendell motivation to be aggressive. He does have motivation versus old team. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But to me, like I look. Matthew says, "Can y'all explain how that 3 was an offensive foul on Lonzo?" I don't think
I can explain it to you. You want me to explain it to you?
I can explain how that 3 was an offensive foul on Lonzo.
So Lonzo went like this. And the ref was like, that shot looked too good. And so, and he got mad that Lonzo hit the deck. So he didn't want to say you flopped. So he was like, no, you leaned into him, even though Lonzo has always shot like that.
Such a bad call. That was the refs rocking with their brother. You know what I'm saying? That was like, That's an awful call, dog. We're not gonna put you out there like that.
Dog, you see that half a centimeter he moved his shoulder? That's him leaning into the defender right there. You
Well,
see that?
you tried to lean into him as he ran past you. I didn't, but all right. the replay would say otherwise, but nah, to me, like say he says, remember last year Wendell Carter had a nice game against us. Listen, he might. He might. I'm not worried about Wendell though.
I am.
The people, no, because that's the thing, right? This is the thing.
Oh, no, speak for yourself. I don't want him to have a monster game against us, and then we got to deal with this chat again. Like, what are we doing?
Listen, I ain't worried about it. No, this is the thing to me, right? Say Wendell and Mo Bamba snap off. They don't guard Zach LaVine. They don't guard DeMar DeRozan. They might stop them from getting to the paint, but it's not like Vooch isn't going to be down there being able to play offensively as well. There's one, we got to see the game play out, but to me, like, the bigger part that would scare me would be that if we go into this next game and your stars don't respond. There's moments where you have to have Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan be Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan that we've seen all season. You got to add those other guys in. I need more bench scoring. All those things do play into it. But tonight, we were waiting for that Zach TV moment.
Do you expect DeMar DeRozan to shoot 31% from the field for the rest of the season?
No.
Then not you, but everybody. Shut up. He shot 31% from the field. If he shoots, hold on, check this out. I show you how math works. If he goes 8 for 19, if he shoots 42%, which is low for him, this season compared to all these other games, we win. We win. Well, he hits 2 extra shots.
If Lonzo's 3 counted, we win.
No, I think we tie. What do we lose by?
I don't know. I ain't looking at it right now. We lost by. Dang, I got a lot of tabs going there. Yeah, 118, 113, but you wouldn't have been in the free throw battle.
Wouldn't have been in free throw.
Ricky Fontaine, trade DeMar. He's washed.
He's washed, dog. He's washed. Absolutely washed.
He's trash, dog. No, but did they really? Hold up.
Oh no, Golden State came back, dog. That's crazy. Hey, you see how long that lasted? That lasted a whole life.
I love it. Oh, that's funny.
Golden State's down by 3. Oh, they're up by 3. That's crazy. How much step that?
I think that I look at this team and I love this question. Pat, what game would bring the fire out of you? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm very even keel when it comes to basketball.
What game would come?
Like he's saying, like how bad would it have to be to bring the fire out of me? I'm very even keel when it comes to like NBA regular season basketball, because if we're being honest, it doesn't matter. As long as you win enough to like get into the playoffs and be an upper seed, it doesn't matter. The regular season is like the most pointless thing ever because most of the teams don't play for real, especially when they got dudes like Kevin Durant. And like, if y'all think that the team that we beat is going to be the same team by the playoffs, like that's a good win now. It really is. But by the playoffs, that win don't mean nothing because we beat Miami. We beat Miami 4 times.
Yeah.
With Derrick Rose in season. Or 3 times I think we played them. We beat them 3 times in season. Didn't mean much when LeBron and them actually cared. Like
I'll say this.
Like the regular season is like, it's good for fixing things and putting things in place, but it really doesn't matter if you have a player that's the best or that's of that superstar ilk, because they elevate their game to the next level when they get to the playoffs. And that's kind of what we want to see from Zach LaVine.
Man, you know what? You make a great point, but I have to disagree for one key reason. Matchups matter.
Facts. They do.
Matchups matter. And so you want to be, and you want to have control of your own destiny, because you can pretty much figure out who's going to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
But if you're at the top, you're now that 1 seed picking on the lower seed. Have we seen some upsets? Yeah, but statistically speaking, is there very few and far between? Statistically speaking, right?
But where we're at, if we continue playing the way we are, we would finish as a top 3, top 4 seed in
And
the
we
East.
play the 6th seed.
We would play the 6th seed. We would play 7th, 8th, or we're probably not getting to 8th, but we would play the 6th, 7th, or 6th to 7th, 5th, 6th to 7th.
Right.
If you win those games, you're playing the upper seeds anyway. Like matchups matter if you are the 5, 6, 7, 8 seed, or if you are in the playoff tournament. When you're a top seed in the East, the matchups don't really matter because, like, at some point, guess what? If I win this game, I gotta beat Kevin Durant. How do I beat that?
I'll just say this: if the playoffs start today, we play the Bucks. Yeah, I'm not trying to see you next year talking about some. We got one coming because the Bucks is gonna steamroll us. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that. Let's see.
Name one person stopping Giannis.
Nobody in the NBA. That
Name,
person don't exist.
Name.
But
Hey,
I can stop Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton.
Drew Holiday can absolutely stop us. He's one of the best defenders in the league.
I mean, who's he defending? Lonzo? Okay.
No, he's defending Zach. That man locks up.
He ain't gonna stop Zach.
Dog, he locked up Devin Booker. You think he ain't stopping Zach? Get out of here.
He locked up D Book. What the finals numbers look like?
He did lock up D Book. He got some key steals on D Book too.
Hey, listen, he got a key steal.
He got several key moments on D Book.
Are we adjusting what lockup means because of Kawhi in the finals? Are we doing that? Like lockup is different.
Are you really about to? Nobody in this chat is going to say that Drew Holiday did not have. No, are you going to say he stopped him all finals? No, that was he. You don't do that. But I do remember this.
No, he got the key steal on him. You're right.
On multiple occasions, he got the key play on it because he was in the right position. He knows how to play defense. That dude is cold. Drew Holiday, you got Drew Holiday and Zach for a last second shot. I'm 50-50. I'm like, dog, it kind of depends on it. Does Zach got the first step on him? Because if he ain't got the first step, that's a miss.
I'll say this. He got the key steal, right? Now, turnovers wise, good Lord, he had 19 turnovers in 6 games. Did that go to 7?
I believe I don't remember.
6 games? That's a lot of turnovers. But I will say this. If we get to playing against them and Zach LaVine averages 28, 3, and 4, he ain't lock up Zach.
Hey, when Drew, thank you, Ricky. When you look up when Drew Holiday guarded Book, it was ugly, dog. I ain't just talking just to be talking, because he didn't stick him the entire time. He didn't stick him the entire time because he had to stick CP3.
He had to stick CP3. That's right. Yeah, that's right. No, PJ Tucker. Now PJ Tucker was getting into that mud.
Hey, it's a shame.
But PJ Tucker ain't there no more. I ain't worried about that.
No more.
I see him when Miami get here. Let's take one more call before we get out of here, man. We got Sonny calling in, man. Got to take my boy Sonny. Sonny, what's good, man?
What's up, Pat the Designer?
How you feeling, my boy?
What's up, Blair?
What's good? What's good?
I was want to call in and say Happy Thanksgiving to y'all, and hope you guys are staying safe. And well, it's not really a question. Actually, it is a question, but my question is: do you guys miss Daniel Tice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you couldn't pay him and put this team together.
No.
And this is the thing that I will say, right? Don't be surprised if you might get Thad back. Don't be surprised if you go get Tristan Thompson. Like, there's going to be a lot of moves made at the deadline because there's going to be people that get bought out and want to come to a winning team. We are a winning team, and want to come to a good top, and we want to come to a good organization. We are a good organization now. Like that's.
Take care, bro. Let's hear from you.
Hey, have a good one, man. Have a good one.
Nice stuff, Sonny. Appreciate it.
But yeah, it's like I look at this team and I'm just like, okay, like this isn't the final product. And I think we all know that. We're pissed tonight. We're pissed tonight. It's okay to be pissed tonight. Bulls fan, it is fine to be pissed tonight. But the people that come in here and they're just like, this is a season problem. Y'all got some cap. Y'all got some cap y'all got to work out. Go eat some turkey, get some stuffing, whatever you need, some mac and cheese. Are we doing the mac and cheese off? Are we doing that?
Oh, we still doing the mac and cheese.
Am I gonna see you Friday? Is that what's happening?
Don't worry about it, my boy.
Okay,
Since we got to call the game, we might as well do it Saturday.
We got to call both games.
Is it game Friday?
Yes.
Dang, all right, bet.
But wait, hold on. The Miami game is Saturday. The Orlando game is Friday. It's up to you.
Let's do it Saturday. It's Miami game.
I see. We'll figure out that schedule. But yeah.
It's Miami.
No, I appreciate y'all. No, I'll be live for it. I just don't know if
family. Yep, I got you. Don't worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? But no, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man, as always, man. Listen, this is the end. They about to blow it up. AK is retiring tomorrow. Mark Everly is going to quit. Billy Donovan is going to turn the reins over to Jim Boylan, and this Bulls team is over. It was a fun. What are we at? 17 games.
Acme has walked into the Bulls locker room to inform them that Billy D will not be fired after the game versus Orlando.
No, not Acme. Jerry Reinsdorf.
There you go.
Jerry Reinsdorf has walked in and said that Billy Donovan will not be fired after the loss to the Rockets.
These are our basketball guys.
Hey, man, if y'all haven't hit that like button, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button. Support the channel. We got a lot more content coming y'all way. We got a ton of content over on the Patreon. Me and P Kid gonna have some national content coming y'all way. We already got Could He Play Today popping over on there, so check that out. We did what did we do? We did John Stockton for the first one, so we'll have more of that coming out as well. And then what else we got coming over there? Oh, you know what? We might do we was talking about doing a segment where we go back and break down like old tape, like watch old matchups and stuff like that of just like random teams or random games and stuff like that. We might have to do that, man. Break down some Clyde Drexler tape, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is.
Hey, listen, he was Jordan before Jordan.
Clyde Drexler was nasty, dog. Didn't they come in? He came in before Jordan?
Same draft.
Same draft, right? I was gonna say, you talking about Jordan before Jordan. Jordan was pretty good that first year.
Or was he the year before? No, he was the year before. That's why Portland didn't draft him.
Oh, that's right. That's why they took Sam Bowie. Sam Bowie.
Hey, listen, it makes so much sense when you got Clyde, though. Clyde was the dude. I mean, it's tough in hindsight.
Hey, you know why? You know why it's so much more tough? Because it's just like, if Clyde beats him in the finals, it's like, okay, that was justified. But Clyde ain't beat him in the finals.
He gets just one. He just needs
one.
one.
One, you feel better about him. It's like, he didn't get that one. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, Rockers, man. We'll see y'all on the next one. Bulls play Orlando Friday at 6, so we'll be in tune with that. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.